All right, family. Welcome back again. We are here on another lovely Sabbath day. All praises and great glory to the Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. May you listen to this word today, hear this word today, adhere to it, apply it to your life, apply this wisdom to your life, that you may be able to walk in this truth, walk in the light, walk in the righteousness, and be a light to your brothers and sisters out there who may be lost, to bring them over to Christ. So we're going to be doing Genesis 20 today, family. Buckle up. I said it, buckle up, because we diving deep into this chapter today. And I'm not about to hold back, because we as a people don't have the luxury of sugarcoating this anymore. You want the truth? You're going to get every bit of it. And it's going to sting. I know it is, because it stung me when I was going through. But it's also going to wake you up, which is exactly what we need. So we're going to be in Genesis 20 today, a chapter that on the surface looks just like another mess Abraham got himself into. But you know better. We're going deeper than that. This is about us, Israel, so-called black people out there, about how we as a nation keep repeating the same mistakes generation after generation, because we fail to learn from our forefathers' lessons. So without further ado, my brother, can you start us off reading 1 and 2?
I sure can. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned into Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah.
All right, so let's start with the very first part of this verse. Abraham journey. Now let's pause right there. This man is on the move again, family. How many of us are out here journeying, wandering through life with no real direction? We're bouncing back from place to place, relationship to relationship, job to job, trying to find some kind of peace, some kind of stability, but never staying still long enough to hear what the Most High is trying to tell us. Abraham is moving south, and some of y'all are moving south too, spiritually. You're going backwards. You're leaving behind the promises the Most High has laid out for you, because you're too damn impatient, too caught up in your own plans. You're not listening. You're not paying attention. You're out here making moves based on your own whims instead of waiting on the Most High's guidance. If we go over to Proverbs 3, we read verses 5 and 6 to show you what we're supposed to be doing, family, in this walk. As an Israelite, what we're supposed to be doing. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is going to give you the blueprint.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Look at that, right there. How many of us are leaning on our own understanding, thinking we've got it all figured out, but wondering why every door keeps slamming in our faces? Abraham's journey, family, is a reflection of our wandering spirit, Israel. We're all over the place, still not trusting the Most High to guide us. Now take a look at this. Dwell between Kadesh and Shur. You ever feel like you're stuck in the middle of nowhere? Not quite where you were, but not where you're supposed to be either? That's exactly where Abraham is, family. He's between two places, and that's where some of you are right now, between Kadesh and Shur. Let me break this down for you. Kadesh means holy, and Shur means wall or barrier. So Abraham is literally dwelling between holiness and a damn wall. How many of you are living there right now? You're close enough to the Most High to get a glimpse of holiness, but you keep running into walls because you're still holding on to the world's BS. You feel that barrier, don't you? That wall that keeps you from fully committing to the Most High. Some of y'all are so close to holiness, but you keep getting blocked by your own selfish desires, worldly distractions, and straight up rebellion. If we go over to Isaiah 30:1, the Most High is going to call those kinds of people out. Again, that is Isaiah 30 in verse number 1. Whenever you're ready.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
The Most High, right there, is calling you out. You're rebellious. You're taking counsel from everything but his word. You're adding sin on top of sin. And you wonder why you're stuck between holy and a wall. You can't straddle the fence forever, Israel. You got to choose. Now we get to the part where Abraham sojourned in Gerar. Let's talk about this real quick. Gerar was Philistine territory, straight up enemy land. So Abraham is out here staying in the midst of people who don't give a damn about the Most High. Now, what does that sound like? Sounds a lot like a lot of you, living in the midst of these dang on heathens, surrounded by people who don't respect your God, they don't respect your heritage or your purpose. And let's be real though, family. Some of y'all are too damn comfortable there. You're so used to surrounding yourself with people who don't believe what you believe, who don't keep the commandments, who are leading you further and further away from the Most High. And you're out here acting like everything's fine. It ain't fine. Especially not to the Most High. Abraham is in Gerar, a place that's hostile to the ways of the Most High. And instead of standing firm, he's about to make the same stupid mistake he made back in Egypt. But we're going to get to that. My point right now is that some of y'all are dwelling in your own versions of Gerar, getting too damn cozy in enemy territory. If we go over to the book of 2 Corinthians, our brother Paul tells you exactly how you're supposed to be when you're in the midst of these heathen. So if we go to 2 Corinthians chapter 6, we're going to read 14 through 17. Again, at 2 Corinthians 6, 14 through 17.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what an agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. And God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
The Most High is telling you to come out from among them. What are you doing chilling in Gerar, surrounded by unrighteousness? You think you can just blend in with these heathens and still keep your holiness intact? It don't work like that, family. You've got to separate yourself. So let's roll into verse 2 here. Here we go again. Deja vu, right? Then Abraham pulled this same stunt back in Genesis 12 when he went down to Egypt. Here he is again, lying about Sarah being his wife because he's scared for his life. Bruh, didn't you learn the first time? And here's the real kicker. Abraham ain't just lying. He's doing it because of fear. And you know what that means? He's not trusting the Most High. Fear is a lack of faith, plain and simple. You're out here scared of what these heathens can do to you, forgetting who you serve. How many of us are doing the same thing? Let's go over to 2 Timothy 1 and 7. Majority of us already know about this scripture, but for the ones who don't, let's see what the Most High says about this fear. Again, that's 2 Timothy 1 and 7.
For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
So why the hell you scared, Israel? Why you out there lying, scheming, and hiding because you're afraid of what some heathen can do to you? Abraham was out here scared of Abimelech, but what he should have been focused on was the power of the Most High, the one who already promised to protect him. So Abimelech took Sarah. Now here comes the fallout. Abraham's fear in his lies put his wife in danger. And let's be real. How many of you have put your own people in danger because of your fear and lack of faith? You make decisions based on fear. And it doesn't just affect you. It affects your family. It affects your community. And it affects your nation. Now, don't get it twisted, though, family. This isn't about Sarah being some helpless damsel. This is about how our lack of faith in the Most High causes ripple effects that hurt the people around us. Abraham thought he was saving his own skin, but his cowardice put Sarah in a compromising situation. Look what Solomon says here. If we go over to Proverbs 29 and 25, look what that fear. Look what he says about this. Again, that's Proverbs 29 and 25.
The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe.
You see this right there? Abraham's fear of man brought a snare, a trap. And that's what happens to us when we let fear dictate our actions. We get trapped. We end up in situations that could have been avoided if we had just trusted in the Most High from the jump, family. So let's keep this train moving. I told you, we holding nothing back today. We digging through every verse in Genesis 20, pulling out the real lessons our people need to hear. So let's get into verse 3 and 4. And I hope y'all are still with me because it's about to get real heavy. Whenever you're ready, brother. 3 and 4, Genesis 20.
But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation?
So look at this right here. God came to Abimelech in a dream by night. See, the Most High don't play when it comes to his people, family, especially when you're about to mess with the chosen. Abimelech thought he was just minding his own business, taking Sarah because he believed Abraham's lie. But the Most High doesn't care about what you think you know. If you're about to violate his will, he's going to step in and shut it down. And he does it in the middle of the night, hitting Abimelech with that divine wake-up call. Some of y'all out there are messing with things you have no business touching. And you wonder why your life is in chaos. The Most High is going to come for you too, whether in a dream, through circumstances, or by putting the fear of him into your heart. If we go over to the book of Job, our brother Job has something to say about this here. Job 33. We're going to read verses 14 through 16. Again, that's Job chapter 33, verses 14 through 16.
For God speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction.
You see that right there? The Most High will speak to you in ways that will catch you off guard, especially when you ain't paying attention. Abimelech wasn't expecting this, but he got the message loud and clear. You're a dead man. Now let's get to the part where the Most High says, Behold, thou art but a dead man. Let's get to this. That's some serious language right there, family. He's telling Abimelech that he's already as good as dead. And why? Because he took another man's wife. Now, this ain't just about adultery, though that's bad enough. This is about messing with the covenant. Sarah is a part of the promise, the bloodline through which the nation of Israel will come. Abimelech didn't know what he was getting into. He didn't realize that Sarah wasn't just any woman. She played a key role in the Most High's plan for the chosen people. And when you mess with Israel, family, you're messing with the future of the Most High's promises. Abimelech didn't know, but ignorance doesn't excuse you from the wrath of the Most High. If we go over to the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, in verse number 8, look what the Most High says about his chosen. Again, that's the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, in verse number 8.
For thus saith the Lord of hosts, After the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
You see that, black people? We, Israel, are the apple of the Most High's eye. You mess with us, you mess with him. All these nations who have enslaved us, who have exploited us over the years, over the centuries, they gonna get it, family. As you can see through all these natural disasters that's happening in their countries, the Most High taking care of them. But there's only more to come. Abimelech here, he found out real quick that he was on dangerous ground. And y'all need to understand that too. When these nations put their hand on us, they're writing a check they can't cash. So notice there how the Most High says, for the woman which thou hast taken. Abimelech didn't even know the full story, family. In his mind, Sarah was just Abraham's sister. But let me tell you something. Ignorance doesn't protect you from judgment. Some of y'all are out here ignorant as hell. We all know this. We see our people thinking that just because you don't know the truth, you safe. Nah, that's not how it works. The truth is the truth, whether you know it or not. And the Most High holds everyone accountable. Abimelech had to face the fact that what he didn't know was about to cost him his life. How many of you are walking around blind to the truth of who you are, of what the Most High requires, and thinking you safe? You're not safe. Wake up, family. When we go over to Hosea 4 and 6, look what the Most High says about our people. Hosea 4 and 6. Look what he has said about these black people.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
You see, right here, it's the lack of knowledge that's killing us. Just because you don't know doesn't mean you're off the hook. Abimelech was about to learn this lesson the hard way, family. Let's keep it moving to verse 4. We're just getting to the good part where the Most High starts laying down the law. So look at this right here. But Abimelech had not come near her. This is important right here. The Most High, in his mercy, stopped Abimelech from making the situation worse. Abimelech didn't even touch Sarah yet. But because the Most High was already intervening before things got out of hand, that's mercy, y'all. The Most High will sometimes stop us in our tracks before we completely destroy ourselves, even when we don't even deserve it. And if you look back at your life, seeing all the things that could have happened but didn't, that's because the Most High had mercy on you, even when you didn't deserve it, even when you were not even in His truth, you were living in wickedness. The Most High still had mercy on you. He definitely had mercy on my wicked behind. So some of y'all out there need to be thanking the Most High right now because He kept you from going too far. Even when you were headed in the wrong direction, you think it was you that avoided disaster? Nope. It was the Most High stepping in before you ruined your own life. If we go over to Psalm 103, 10 and 11, look what the psalmist says here. Again, that is the book of Psalm 103, verses 10 and 11. Check this out, folks.
He hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him.
You see that, family? The Most High's mercy is the only reason we are not consumed. Abimelech was spared before he did something irreversible. And some of y'all are in the same boat. Don't take that mercy for granted like a lot of our people are doing. The Most High is closing doors on a lot of people, but they keep trying to open the door. One day He's going to allow it to open and allow themselves to hang themselves. He give you the rope. You're going to hang yourself with it. Can't blame him. He closed the door on you, but you keep on opening it. You kept on knocking it down. You kept on trying to pick that lock. Curiosity killed the cat, family. Don't be like that. If the Most High closed down the door, let it be. Go another path. Now check out Abimelech's response. Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Now hold up. Who the heck said Abimelech's nation was righteous? The man's out here talking about righteousness like he and his people are on the same level as Israel. Just because you haven't physically committed the sin yet doesn't make you a righteous Abimelech. How many of us are guilty of this same self-righteous attitude? We got a whole lot of people in our country, in our nation of people scattered to the four corners. A lot of black people. Oh, I ain't murdered nobody. I guess I'm righteous. I'm a good person, quote unquote, good person. You think because you haven't done the worst thing imaginable that you're somehow righteous. Listen, Israel, righteousness isn't about what you haven't done. It's about obedience to the Most High. Abimelech over here thinking his restraint makes him righteous. But the Most High isn't measuring righteousness by our standard. He's got his own. And if we go over to Isaiah 64:6, look what the Most High thinks of your own righteousness, black people. Isaiah 64:6, what does it say, brother?
It says, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away.
Right there, family. There it is. Our so-called righteousness is filthy in the eyes of the Most High. Abimelech thought he was righteous because he hadn't even touched Sarah. But he was already caught up in a lie without even knowing it. You can't claim righteousness, family, when you're neck deep in sin just because you haven't drowned yet. Just because you haven't killed somebody don't mean you're righteous. Just because you haven't had sex with somebody else's wife or husband doesn't mean you are righteous. Just because you haven't stolen anything doesn't mean you are righteous. Because we got a whole lot of people out there keep saying, oh, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. According to whom? If you ain't following the Most High Yah, you are filthy, unclean. Your so-called good is trash, garbage in his eyes. And that's just the plain and honest truth. How many of our people say this on a daily basis? Oh, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Are you following this word? No. Then you are not good. Doesn't matter what you haven't done, family. This is something that we need to change in our thinking because we as a people have this self-righteousness that is so high, especially for somebody that's on the bottom. Our pride and self-righteousness is so high. We think we're so holy, but we ain't even following his book. How you gonna call yourself righteous when you ain't following your creator? This is the point I'm trying to make right there. I hope you guys are understanding that. Because the flesh is real good. Real good at that self-righteousness stuff. Before you ever say I'm good, you need to check yourself. Am I following these laws, statutes, and commandments? Yes, they're still good, Christians. They're still good. It ain't done away with. Have you stopped eating pork? If not, you ain't righteous. You still eating lobster and shellfish and all the other abominable, unclean foods. The Most High says you are not righteous. That's the plain, honest truth right there, fam. This is what we need to understand, especially in 2024. Our people So lost in that self-righteousness stuff. Especially the Christians. Especially the Christians. Especially the Christians. They love spouting off and writing up Bible quotes all over social media. But are they following this word here? No, the majority of them are not. But they call themselves followers of God. They call themselves, oh, I'm a man of God. I'm a woman of God. Are you following these words that are in this Bible we reading today? No, then you ain't nothing. Trash, garbage. That's what you are, filthy. Unclean rags, the Most High said. I said it. If it hurt, it hurt. As I said before, I'm saying all these things to wake you up. Get out of that delusion you in. The book don't lie, family. The Most High don't lie. Whatever he says goes. If you don't like it, that's on you. That don't make what he said not true. Just because you don't like what it says about you. So let's keep it rolling, though, right? Because it's going to get real good. Real good. So we're going to be rolling into verses 5 and 6. And this is where Abimelech here is going to try to justify himself. But I'm telling you right now, family, there's no escaping the Most High's judgment just because you think your intentions are pure. 20, 5 and 6, whenever you're ready, brother.
Said he not unto me, she is my sister. And she even herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and my innocence of my hands have I done this.
Look at how Abimelech. My fault. My bad. Keep going. That's on me. I was getting ahead of myself, family. I was ready to go. Go ahead, brother.
And God said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou did this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her.
Now, focusing on verse 5 here. Look at how Abimelech is quick to point the finger. Said he not unto me, she is my sister. Oh, so now it's Abraham's fault. Now it's Sarah's fault. Abimelech's out here trying to cover his tracks by saying, well, they told me this, so it's not my fault. How many of y'all are doing the same thing out there? Blaming everybody else for the mess you in, instead of taking responsibility for your own actions. Boy, I know I was implicit in this. Blame game 101. That was me. I blamed everybody else for the stupid situations I got myself into. Man, why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't tell me this? Why you ain't tell me that? Blah, 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 blah. Same thing Abimelech doing here. Yeah, Abraham lied and Sarah played along. But guess what, family? The Most High don't care about your excuses. You still accountable for your actions. Even if you were misled. I know that is crazy to hear. Like, dang, the Most High gonna get on me even if I was misled. They lied to me and everything like that, and he's still gonna get me. That's the Most High for you. His thoughts are not our thoughts, family. We can't reason like he does. I know it sounds crazy in our ears looking at this in our modern era. Somebody lied to you, and you take everything they say, hook, line, and sinker, and that the Most High gonna call you into account too. That's crazy, I know. I know it's hard to hear. So Abimelech here, he's playing the victim. But the Most High don't fall for that. Some of y'all are still blaming your parents, still blaming your friends, your upbringing, the whole damn system we in today. Whatever it is. But at the end of the day, family, you are responsible for your own choices. If we go over to Romans 14 and 12, Paul puts it very simple. Again, that's the book of Romans, chapter 14, and verse number 12. Look at what it says.
So that every one of us shall give an account of himself to God.
You see that right there? Ain't no passing the buck when it comes to the Most High Yah. Every one of us will give an account of ourselves. Ain't nobody gonna be in that courtroom with you. It's just gonna be you and Yah. No witnesses, no nothing like that. It's just you and Yah. Yah gonna ask you why you did this, why you did that, why you did this, why you did that. And you can't say, oh, he lied to me. She lied to me. How's it my fault? Most High don't care about your excuses, family. I know this is hard to hear because our people, we do this a lot. We blame everybody. We blame the white man for what we in today. We blame the system. We blame all these heathen for where we at today. When the whole book here shows you why we are scattered, because we did not obey the Most High Yah. You can't blame white supremacy. Sorry. You can't blame Jim Crow. No. You can't blame Biden. You can't blame Trump. You can't blame all these rednecks out there. No siree. You are to blame. Oh, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. I know. Because it hurt me. But this is the truth, family. We are to blame for where we at today. And we got to take ownership that, yeah, we didn't listen to the Most High Yah, and he beat our heads in. Yep, we deserve it. Christians ain't going to tell you that. Oh, no, they'll blame everybody else. The devil, everything. They ain't going to say we was the one. It's our fault. No, sir. But I'm telling you today, this is what the Most High say. It's your fault. You got to take ownership of what you did. Our people as a whole, black people as a whole, we got to take ownership that we went away from our God. And once we did that, he put us in the hand of all these heathen, and he had them have their way with us. And boy, did they have a ball with our people. For centuries, millennia, our people have been in and out of slavery because of our own disobedience. So we ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves in the situation. Abimelech here might have been lied to, but he's still standing before the Most High, and he's got to answer for his own actions, just like you gonna have to answer for your actions too, come Judgment Day. Now, Abimelech here, he tries to justify himself by saying, in the integrity of my own heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. Look at this man right here, family. Look at him. He's still trying to claim some kind of moral high ground here. He's out here talking about integrity and innocence. But let me tell you something, family. Integrity without truth is worthless. You can be sincere, but sincerely wrong. A lot of you out here think you're good enough because of your heart's integrity, quote unquote. You think because you mean well, the Most High is going to give you a pass. That's not how it works, family. Abimelech thought he was innocent because he didn't know the full story. But ignorance doesn't change the fact that he was about to violate the Most High's covenant. The Most High don't care about your ignorance, family. All of our people out there who are ignorant of these laws, such as commandments, ignorant of this book, whatever, it don't matter. The Most High gonna judge you anyways based on your ignorance. No excuses made. This Bible is everywhere. It's available everywhere. On your phones. You can buy it in the stores. You can read it online. You can see it in the hotel. They put it in the drawers in the hotels. They got them there. No one can say, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. The whole world is accountable, family. Not just us. The whole world is accountable. There is no I don't know on Judgment Day. Most High gonna go through your life and he gonna say, right here, I had somebody come and tell you about me right here. Look what you said. What you gonna say at that point? What you gonna say? This is why it's imperative for you to get your stuff together. Stop playing around with the Most High. He ain't playing, family. This ain't a game. Your soul is on the line. And if you ain't right with him, he gonna throw you in the garbage forever. If we go over to Proverbs 16 and 25, look what Solomon says here. For all those people who think they doing the right thing, look what the Most High says about it. Proverbs 16 and 25.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Whew. Can't get no clearer than that. I'm doing the right thing. Spike Lee said, do the right thing. But if it ain't in accordance to the Most High Yah, where is it going? Death. Whoo. Whoo. That's hard. Because a lot of y'all think y'all doing things with good intentions, and a lot of these things that you're doing, good intentions, you're doing things that are right in your own eyes. But the Most High said those are ways of death. Why? Because they are not in accordance with this book right here. Your so-called integrity, your so-called innocence mean nothing if they're based on lies. Abimelech thought he was in the clear. He thought he was in the clear, family. But the Most High wasn't about to let that slide, no sir. Some of you out here living lives that quote unquote seem right. But you're on the path of destruction because you're not living in truth. That's why a lot of our people are on dead-end roads in their life. It ain't going nowhere. Everywhere they go just ends in failure, in misery, and doom. Why? Because they are not living in truth. What is truth? This word. Plain and simple, family. If you ain't living by the words of the Most High Yah, you are going down the broad way to what? Destruction. I can't make it no clearer than that, family. It's as clear as we can get. So let's keep this going, though. We're in the thick of it now. And Abimelech here is over here trying to justify. So the Most High responds to Abimelech here in verse number 6. Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart. See, look right here. The Most High acknowledges that Abimelech had no clue what was really going on. He sees that Abimelech wasn't trying to do anything shady on purpose. But here's the kicker, Israel. Intentions alone don't save you. The Most High isn't out here handing out gold stars for good intentions. He's a God of what? Order and truth. And even if your heart was in the right place, if your actions are wrong, you're still in danger. Some of y'all out here thinking that because you didn't mean to cause harm, the Most High is just going to overlook your mess. No, he sees your heart, but he also sees your actions. You can't hide behind your good intentions when you're out of alignment with his will. If we turn our books to 1 Samuel 16 and 7, look how the Most High thinks. This is the way the Most High works right here. That's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse number 7. Look at this.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
This verse, family, reminds us that the Most High is looking at the heart. But don't get it twisted, Israel. He's looking at the whole picture, not just what you meant to do. He knows Abimelech's intentions, but that doesn't mean Abimelech is off the hook. The Most High isn't fooled by appearances. And he sure ain't fooled by your excuses either. Now here's where the Most High shows his mercy. For I also withheld thee from sinning against me. You see this right there? The Most High stepped in and kept Abimelech from doing something that would have condemned him. Abimelech was about to sin, but the Most High blocked him. Where's your free will there? I got free will. I've got free will. Where's your free will there? Where's Abimelech's free will here? Most High said, I stopped you from doing that. I stopped you. I stepped in. I withheld thee. Where is your free will, Christians? Because y'all keep saying you got free will, but the Most High just showing you right here, I stopped him. I withheld you from sinning against me. Your free will, so-called free will, does not trump the Most High sovereignty. He gonna do what he gonna do. Whether he got your approval or not, it don't matter. He don't need your approval. If what he is going to do, he is going to do it, family. Stop thinking you got free will. You don't. You don't. And let me tell you, some of you have no idea how many times the Most High has done the same thing for you. You were on the verge of making a move that would have wrecked your life. Trust me, I know about me. But the Most High put up a roadblock because he knew you didn't know better. I know y'all can think of a few things in your life where that happened. I know I can multiple times. What do we call that, family? That's mercy. The Most High is keeping you from sinning against him, even when you're too dumb, too blind, or rebellious to see it. You think you have avoided that disaster because you were so-called smart? Nope. It was the Most High pulling you back from the edge. If we go over to the book of Psalms again, we're going to go to chapter 121. That's the book of Psalms 121. We're going to read verses 7 and 8. Again, that's Psalm 121, 7 and 8. Whenever you're ready, brother.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The Most High is preserving you, even when you don't even know it. He's keeping you from evil. He's keeping you from destruction. He's keeping you from sinning against him. Abimelech was about to cross a line, but the Most High stepped in, and you better believe he's doing the same for you right now. Where's your free will there? Now, the Most High makes it real plain. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Abimelech didn't touch Sarah. Not because he was some righteous man, but because the Most High stopped him. Stopped him. Stopped him. Puppets. Pieces on the chessboard, family. That's what you are in this whole scheme. This whole thing is one big old chessboard, and we just pieces on it. You don't control where you move. The Most High moves you. You think me, an atheist for 34 years of my life, came into this truth by my own power? No. The Most High moved me on the board. Just like he had moved some of you into the truth. Most of y'all wasn't living righteous life. Y'all wasn't living in accordance to this word here. But then the Most High said, okay, it's time I move you here. Boom. Now you in the truth. Now you know better. Now you're not ignorant no more. You're not blind no more. The blinders have been taken off. They have been removed. The veil is gone. Now you can see. But that wasn't because you did it, family. That's because the Most High did it. Understand that dynamic, please. Stop listening to these Christians talking about, I do this. You don't do nothing. You don't even breathe on your own. The Most High is breathing. He's causing you to breathe. His breath is in your nostrils. Yes, sir. You ain't breathing because of you. When the Most High says time, snatch that breath, you dead. Don't matter if you were super healthy. Don't matter if you went to the gym 5 times a week. It don't matter. When it's time, it's over. You got no say in it. Whoops. Where's your free will there? I don't know. So let me tell you something, family. The Most High will set up boundaries in your life that you don't even realize are there. You think you're in control, but the Most High is the one pulling the strings, making sure you don't cross certain lines. You ever wondered why you can't get that? You can't go up more in your company? You ever wondered why? Because it wasn't for you. The Most High don't want you going up. He wants you to stay where you at. You wonder why you can't get more money? You've tried. You wonder why your businesses keep on failing? Because it's not in his will for you to have one at that time or ever. You keep on trying. Okay, let me try another one. Let me try another way. Let me try this way. Let me try that way. The Most High says, nope, nope, nope. Racking your head against the wall. Bang, keep banging your head against the wall. Racking your brain, trying to figure out why does it keep failing? What am I not doing? It don't got nothing to do with you. It's because the Most High say, no, I don't want you doing that. I want you doing this here. I didn't ask to be in this. I didn't ask to do any of this stuff here, family. When I came into the truth, I was content with just soaking up the knowledge. That's it. The Most High said, no, 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 no. You gonna speak this word. These are his words, not mine, family. This is the Spirit. This is what he wants me to communicate with you. I'm just a marionette, puppet on a string. These words are coming from him. He's just using my mouth to say it. Some of y'all out here are thinking you can just do whatever the heck you want to do. But the Most High is the one holding you back. He's the one setting the limits, even when you're too ignorant to know you need them. If we go back to the book of Proverbs again, Solomon, the wisest man to ever live, he said these words here. Proverbs 16 and 9. Again, that's Proverbs 16 and verse number 9. What's it say, brother?
A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps.
You might think you're out here making all the moves, but it's the Most High directing your steps, keeping you from walking into destruction. That's why you still here breathing right here, can listen to this word today. Abimelech thought he was in control, but the Most High was guiding the whole situation from jump. I hope you guys are understanding this so far. Your life is but a small plot line in this movie. You are just a character in the movie. Your script was written before you can even take your first breath. Before you was even conceived. Before the world was even made. Your script was already there. And you got no control over it. That's the crazy part about it. I know it can sound crazy. Some people are not going to be meant to be in this truth. They going to die in their sins. No matter what you say to them, it don't matter. It's not in their script for them to come into the truth. They going to die in their sins. You got them in your family. You got coworkers like that, friends. It don't matter who it is. They are not meant. They are literally just NPCs, extras in the movie, just in the background, waiting for destruction from the Most High Yah. That's harsh. That's brutal. But that's the Most High for you. That's why you should be thanking your lucky stars you are even in this truth, because he could have left you out there dirty in the garbage can, ready for the garbage man to come and pick you up and throw you in the dump forever. But he took you out the garbage can. He shined you up. And he turned you into a treasure. And some of y'all are taking it for granted. Y'all think you guys can't be thrown back in the garbage can again? Y'all think this? You think, oh, I'm in the truth now. I'm good. You don't think the Most High can say, yeah, I don't like this one no more. Throw it in the garbage. That's the game you're playing. Trust me, it ain't a game, family. You keep playing if you want to. I've seen a whole lot of people come in this truth and leave this truth. And most of them probably never gonna come back because the Most High ain't gonna allow them back into it. So if you in here, you better stay in here. You better be all about this word. You better stop doing the stupid stuff. You better stop straddling the fence, or else you're going to be thrown in the garbage can forever. Thrown out the club. Just like Adam and Eve was thrown out the garden. They couldn't come back in, fam. Don't let that be you. So let's keep it rolling. We're going to read verses 7 and 8 this time. The Most High is about to give Abimelech some serious instructions. This is where things get real. 7 and 8, brother.
Gotcha. Now, therefore, restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid.
Sore afraid. The Most High doesn't waste any time here, family. He says straight up, restore the man his wife. In other words, fix the situation. Abimelech, you got yourself into this mess. Now here's how you get out. Give the man his wife back. Ain't no negotiating. Ain't no wait and see. The Most High is about restoring order. And he's commanding Abimelech to do what's right. Right now. Some of y'all have messed up. Oh, yes. And the Most High is giving you clear instructions on how to make it right. But you're out here dragging your feet, thinking you got time. Nah, the Most High says, fix it now. Now. Pronto. Ahora. You've got relationships that are broken, situations that are messy. And instead of restoring them, you're letting your pride, you're letting your fear and stubbornness keep you in sin. The Most High is telling you today, restore what's broken. Get back in line with his order. Are you going to do it? Or are you going to let your pride, man, I ain't saying sorry to that person. I ain't saying sorry to that nigga. No, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I ain't finna forget that. Oh, bro, he did me wrong, man. He did me wrong. Most High say, fix it now. How do we know? Well, let's go see what Yahusha had to say about this. If we go over to Matthew 5. Matthew 5, we're going to read 23 and 24. Look what the Most High say here to his son.
24, huh?
Yes, sir, 23, 24.
Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
The Most High doesn't want your lip service or your empty sacrifices, family. He wants you to fix what's broken. Before you come to him with your prayers, go and restore what's messed up in your life, whether it's with your family, it's with your friends, or even your own enemies. That's what Abimelech had to do. Restore Sarah to Abraham before anything else could move forward. Some of y'all got grudges. Some of y'all are holding grudges right now. Right now, the Most High says, fix it. You want my blessings? You want me to hear your prayers? Fix it. Restore what's broken. And then we can move forward. And then I'll hear you. And then I will bless you. That is the way forward, family. We're not in the world no more. We don't hold grudges. We ain't angry with people just to be angry with people. Oh, he did me wrong. Who cares? The Most High says, fix it. And fix it now. Why does the Most High say this? Because the Most High says something real powerful. He says, for he is a prophet. He's letting Abimelech know that Abraham isn't just some random dude. He's a prophet, one of the chosen, one of the ones the Most High deals with directly. And Abimelech better recognize that. These heathen better recognize that too. Too many of y'all don't recognize the authority that the Most High has placed over his chosen people. You're out here thinking that Israel is just another nation, especially these heathen. They think all these black folks are, they just a bunch of random people. That we're just like everybody else, but the Most High has set us apart. Abraham was a prophet, and the Most High was making it clear to Abimelech, you better respect that. Why does he need to respect it? Well, let's go to Amos 3. We go to Amos chapter 3, read verse 7. This is why Abimelech and all these other nations need to respect Israel. Amos 3 and 7.
Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
That's our people, our ancestors. He's revealing it to us too. As we read in this word, he's revealing things in this word, family, that applies only to us, that only us can read and understand, decipher. The Most High's prophets are the ones he reveals his plans to. Abraham wasn't just a man wandering in the wilderness. He was carrying the promises of the Most High. And Abimelech needed to respect it. And let me tell you, family, the world needs to respect who we are as the chosen people of the Most High. We're not just another nation. We ain't just some niggas, as they say. We're the ones the Most High has set apart to bring forth his will. Now look at this. Look what the Most High says next. He shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. This is heavy. The Most High is telling Abimelech that his life depends on Abraham's prayer. You see that? Right there. The life of a heathen king is in the hands of the Most High's prophet. The same way these heathen here in these nations today, their lives are in our hands. They don't even know it. These heathen that lives in these apartments next to me, they don't even know that they've been spared because I'm here. So many tornadoes have rerouted or detoured from around here because I'm here. These heathen should be on their hands and knees. That's the power and authority you have, Israel. This should make every single one of you understand the power of intercession. The Most High listens to his chosen ones, and their prayers can change the course of your life. Some of y'all are living because of the prayers of your grandmother, the prayers of your mother, the prayers of your father, people who have been interceding on your behalf, even when you didn't even know it. You thought you made it through that storm on your own? Nah, it was the prayers of the righteous that kept you alive. How do we know this? If we go over to James 5 and 16, check this out. Again, that's James chapter 5 and 16.
Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
The prayers of the righteous are powerful. Abraham's prayer was going to save Abimelech's life. And let me tell you, the prayers of a righteous Israelite can move mountains. The prayers of a righteous Israelite can shift the atmosphere, can bring life where there was death. Don't ever underestimate the power of prayer, family, especially when it comes from someone walking in righteousness. Now, this is where it gets real serious. The Most High says, if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. He is laying down the law. The Most High don't play games, family. He gives Abimelech a choice. Restore Sarah or die. Point blank, period. Not just him, but everyone in his household. The Most High's judgment isn't just personal, no sir. It extends to everything connected to you. Some of y'all out here are playing with the Most High's mercy, thinking you've got time to get right, but let me tell you something, family. Judgment is coming. It's on the horizon. It's getting closer. Each passing second, judgment is moving closer on you rebellious Israelites out there. Oh yes, I'm speaking to you, stubborn niggas. Yes, sir, you. And it ain't coming just to affect you. It's going to affect your family. It's going to affect your kids, your community. You've got a choice. Obey the Most High and live, or ignore him and face destruction. Look at what he said to Israel before they got to the land. Deuteronomy 30. Look what Moses said here. Deuteronomy 30 in verse number 19. Look at this.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
The Most High is setting the choice before you today, Israel. You can choose life by obeying his commandments, or you can choose death by continuing to rebel. Abimelech had to choose, and so do you. Don't think you can play around with the Most High's mercy forever. The clock is ticking. We've got Abimelech here standing on the edge of life and death, and the Most High is giving him a way out. But it's clear there's no halfway. You either restore what's broken or you face the consequences. So what does this heathen king do? Verse 8 said it. Look at it right here. Abimelech rose early in the morning. Abimelech wasn't wasting any time, was he? He wasn't sitting around drinking his coffee thinking, well, maybe I'll deal with this later. Nope. The man jumped up at the crack of dawn. When the Most High speaks, especially when he tells you restore or die, you don't procrastinate. You don't hit the snooze button on that divine alarm clock. You get your behind up and you handle your business. Some of you out there been dragging your feet for years. You know who you are. Knowing you need to make things right with the Most High. He's been telling you to restore. He's been telling you to repent. He's been telling you to get your life in order. And you're just sitting there, acting like you got all the time in the world. Let Abimelech be an example for you. When the Most High speaks, you move. If a heathen king can get his behind up early to fix his errors, what's your excuse, Israel? Crickets, crickets. What's your excuse? You ain't got none. If we go over to Solomon again, Ecclesiastes 12, we read 13 and 14. What is your duty? Most High gonna tell you through Solomon. Ecclesiastes 12, 13 and 14, whenever you are ready, brother.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Abimelech feared the Most High because he understood that judgment was coming if he didn't act. And listen, Israel, that's the whole duty of man. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's right, Christians. They ain't done away with. Oh, I know I'm picking on you today, but y'all deserve this. If you ain't living in that fear, you're fooling yourself into thinking you've got more time than you actually do. Now check this out. Abimelech called all his servants and told all these things in their ears. Abimelech didn't keep this to himself. He didn't say, well, I better just fix this quietly so no one knows how close we came to destruction. Nope. He called all his servants and laid it out for them. Why? Because the Most High's judgment doesn't just affect you, as I said before. It affects everyone connected to you. Abimelech was responsible for everyone under his rule. And guess what? He knew they needed to understand the gravity of the situation. This wasn't a private matter. When the Most High speaks, it's a public event. His judgment is going to ripple through your whole family, your community, and your nation. And if you're in a leadership position, you better be ready to bring everyone else into alignment with the Most High's will. Yes, sir. Talking to you, pastors, preachers. Yes, sir. This goes especially for you. with y'all little scandals. Oh yeah, some of y'all trying to fix things privately, thinking you can keep your sins or your repentance to yourself. Oh no, sir. Look what Diddy doing. Look what he got to go through. I'm sure he would have been very comfortable doing this under the table with no type of attention on him. But the Most High said, no, 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 no. Whole world finna see this. You think you can keep them sins to yourself? But real repentance, family, isn't a one-man show. If you're a parent, your children should see you getting right with the Most High. If you're part of a community, you need to lead by example. Abimelech understood that, and so should you. Check this out, family. We go over the book of Joshua 7:1. Look how one person's sin can affect the whole nation. Again, that's Joshua chapter 7 and verse number 1. Look at this.
But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel.
Look at that. One man's sin caused the anger of the Most High to fall on the entire nation. Achan's secret sin wasn't just about him. It affected all of Israel. Abimelech knew, he knew that if he didn't act quickly and publicly, everyone under him would suffer. You need to understand that your actions, whether good or bad, affect more than just you. Y'all got to get that selfishness out of your system. It's about everybody now. When you in this truth, it ain't about you no more. It's about the whole nation. I'm not doing these sermons for myself. I'm doing this for all of Israel who the Most High want me to talk to, or who wants them to listen to these sermons. It ain't about me, family. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm not doing this for some type of salvation. No, I'm doing this for y'all. For y'all good. I take my time out for y'all. That's how you gotta be thinking when you in this truth. It ain't about you no more. Take the narcissism and throw it in the garbage. Now look at the reaction of Abimelech's men here. The men were so afraid. Once they heard what was going down, fear hit the whole household. Let me tell you something. That's the right response. When you hear the Most High is about to bring judgment, fear better hit your heart. But this isn't the kind of fear that paralyzes you. This is the kind of fear that makes you get your life in order, that makes you turn back to the Most High with trembling and humility. Some of y'all out there have lost that fear. All you got to do is look out into your communities, black people. We have lost the fear of the Most High Yah. Strip clubs all over the damn community. Twerking all over the community. OnlyFans. Selling dope in the neighborhoods. Where the fear at? Bringing up little kids into the game. Don't know no better. I'm seeing TikToks of parents, supposed parents, putting blunts into their little kids' mouth. Where's the fear, family? Where's the fear? You Israelites have gotten too comfortable thinking the Most High's judgment is something far off, something that only happens to other people. But when you see the Most High moving, and we see him moving, if you got eyes to see, you better believe that fear is going to spread. Trust me, it's going to spread when this election comes, family. The fear is going to spread. It's going to spread like a wildfire. Israelites are going to be trying to get back. And that fear is what brings people to repentance. It's what makes you realize just how serious this spiritual walk is. If we go back to Solomon again, I know I got a whole lot of Solomon up in here, but he wasn't wise for nothing, family. Check this out. Proverbs 9 and 10. Look what the fear does for you. Again, Proverbs 9, verse 10.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Abimelech and his men were so afraid, and that fear was the first step in them realizing who they were dealing with. Some of y'all need to get that fear right back. Where you realize the Most High isn't playing games with your life. When you step outside his will, you're stepping into dangerous territory, family. And it's only his mercy that's holding back judgment. He's trying to allow you to get back, to get right, to get your life in order. Stop messing with the Most High Yah. He will kill you. All you got to do is turn on the news and look how many people dying. He will kill you. He will snuff you out. This ain't a game. If you die in your sins, that's it for you. You don't get a second chance. You don't get a do-over. This ain't Call of Duty, where you start back at the last checkpoint. When you die, game over. You cannot insert another coin to continue. Sorry. This is how serious it is, family. You got one life. What you gonna do with it? Are you gonna stay rebellious, or are you gonna finally get back with the Most High Yah and preserve your life and come into this truth and be a part of the kingdom when it comes back? So let's keep it moving. We're gonna be moving on to verse 9 and 10 and see what Abimelech does next. He's not done yet, family, and neither are we. So 9 and 10, Genesis 20.
Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou, that thou hast done this thing?
So now Abimelech calling out Abraham, what hast thou done unto us? See, Abimelech is realizing that Abraham's lie didn't just affect Abraham and Sarah. It almost brought down an entire kingdom, family. Y'all see what them lies do? Y'all see what lies do? Almost brought down an entire kingdom. What you think it's going to do in your life? I've seen lies tear down whole families. I've seen it destroy whole families. That's why the Most High calls lying an abomination, because of the effect it can have on entire families, generations, a kingdom. Let me tell you something, Israel. Your decisions have consequences far beyond yourself. Abraham thought he was just protecting himself by claiming Sarah was his sister, but that lie almost wiped out Abimelech's entire kingdom. You might think your little sins and deceptions are just about you, but they are not, family. When you step out of line, you're opening the door for curses, not just for yourself, but for your family, your community, and your nation. Abraham's lie here put Abimelech's whole kingdom at risk. And so do your sins when you think you can walk outside the Most High's commandments and everything will be fine. No, sir. Watch this. Let's go to Numbers chapter 33, or 32, rather. 32. Numbers 32. And we're going to read verses, just one verse, 23. Again, that's Numbers 32, 23.
But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out.
Your sin will always, always, always find you out. Trust me, I know, boy, I was the biggest liar, but every lie came back to bite me in the butt. Every last one. Abraham's lie didn't stay hidden for long, family, and neither will yours. You can't hide from the Most High. You can't think that your actions won't have consequences. Abimelech had to confront Abraham because the sin almost brought destruction on his entire kingdom. Look what Abimelech says next. What have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on all my kingdom a great sin? Abimelech is confused, family. He's asking, why did you do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? And this is what happens when the innocent are caught up in the sins of other people. Abimelech didn't know what the hell was going on, but he was about to suffer because of Abraham's actions. Some of y'all out there are dragging other people into your mess. You're making choices that not only affect you, but cause suffering for those around you. And then people are left asking, what am I going through this? Why am I going through this? What did I do to deserve this? But it's not always about what they did. It's about what you did. It's about the sin you allowed into your life that's now affecting everyone connected to you. If we go to Jonah chapter 1 and verse number 12. Look at this right here. That's Jonah chapter 1 and verse number 12.
And he said unto them, take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you.
Jonah knew that the storm was there because of him. And sometimes you need to acknowledge that the chaos in your life and in the lives of others is because of your own actions. You see, family, it always comes back to accountability. Abimelech's kingdom was about to suffer because of Abraham's deception, and he needed answers. So Abimelech finishes by saying, thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. He's calling out Abraham's actions as wrong and unjust. And listen, Israel, we need to understand that as the chosen people of the Most High Yah, we have a responsibility to walk in truth and righteousness. Abraham wasn't just some random guy. He was the one carrying the covenant, the promise. When he lied, it wasn't just a personal failing. It was a violation of the responsibility he carried as the chosen of the Most High. Some of y'all out here are walking with the title of Israelite, knowing the truth, but your actions don't line up with the responsibility that comes with being chosen. I'm talking to you, camps. I'm calling you out. Y'all call yourselves Israelites, but look at the actions y'all do. Oh yeah, I'm watching. I got my eyes on you. I see what y'all be doing. Calling you out. That abominable 12 tribes chart has ruined people. You got these heathen thinking they Israel because you guys are lusting after their women. You're going to bring these people unnecessary suffering because of your lies, because of your lust. Same way Abraham's lie almost brought down Abimelech's kingdom. We're supposed to be a light to our lost brethren and sisters and to these other people out here. But instead, we causing chaos. We causing confusion with our behavior. Abraham was called out by a heathen king because his actions didn't reflect the Most High standards. How much more are we going to be held accountable in these last days if we don't walk in the truth we claim to know? That's a question. If we go over to Romans 2, look what Paul had to say. Romans 2, 23 and 24. Look at this.
Thou that makest thy boast of the law, through breaking of the law dishonorest thou God. For the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written.
Paul is saying that when we as Israel break the law, we cause the name of the Most High to be dishonored among the nations. And them Gentiles in that verse is talking about our own people, family, the ones who were divorced, the northern kingdom. That's what we do to our people. They're going to be like, why do I want to follow God when you doing this same stupid stuff that you getting on me about? You telling me to stop having fornication, but yet you having fornication. You telling me to stop doing this, but you doing this. Why should I follow a God that allows somebody like you to be a hypocrite? See what I mean, family? You got a lot of these camps, they are ruining it for us. The ones who want to do the right thing. The ones who are following this book to the T. These camps are doing abominable things. And when we say we're an Israelite, the first thing they ask, what camp you're a part of? See what these camps have done? Bad reputation. They have blasphemed the name of God among they lost brothers and sisters. So why would they want to come over here? Why would they want to live like that? Why? Why should they follow a God who allows his people to not even follow his rules? That's what he's saying. Abraham's lie dishonored the Most High before Abimelech. And the same things happens when we as Israelites don't walk according to the commandments. Our brothers and sisters are watching us. The rest of the world is watching us. And we've got to live up to the calling we've been given. So Abimelech ain't done yet, though, family. And Abraham's about to get a serious interrogation. Look at this right here. Verse 10. Abraham, or Abimelech, asked a very pointed question right here. What sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? In other words, family, Abimelech is asking, what made you think this was okay? What did you see that caused you to lie and almost destroy my whole kingdom? The question hits deep because it's about fear and assumptions. Abraham assumed that Abimelech's people were wicked and that they would kill him for Sarah. He didn't see the situation for what it really was. He let his fear dictate his actions. And let me tell you something, family, fear is a dangerous thing, especially when it leads you to make assumptions about people or situations that aren't based on reality. Some of y'all out there, y'all moving in fear right now. You're making decisions not based on faith in the Most High, no sir, but based on what? Assumptions you've made around the world that is around you. You assume people are out to get you, so you lie, cheat, and manipulate to protect yourself. Well, they was going to do it first, so I did it first. You assume the Most High isn't going to come through for you, so you take matters into your own hands. But when you move in fear, family, you are stepping out of alignment with his plan. I already told you back before. He has not given us the spirit of fear. Abraham let his fear drive him to lie, and that's what got him into this mess. Some of y'all are in situations right now because fear led you down a path that's outside the will of the Most High. You need to check your heart, family. Are you moving in faith or are you moving in fear? Abimelech's question here isn't just about Abraham's assumptions, it's about his actions. He's asking, what made you think this is okay to lie to me and put my kingdom in danger? Checking his behind. And this is a question we all need to ask ourselves. What's driving your actions? What's causing you to step outside the commandments of the Most High? Too many of us are out here justifying our bad behavior because of fear or circumstances. You think it's okay to sin because you're trying to survive. But let me remind you, sin is sin, and there's no excuse for it. Abraham thought he was protecting himself but his actions almost brought destruction on an innocent man and his entire kingdom. Your actions have consequences, Israelites. And the Most High is going to hold you accountable for every single one of them. How do we know? Let's go back to Solomon again, Ecclesiastes 12. This time we read verse 14. Again, that's Ecclesiastes 12. Reread verse number 14.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Every action, every decision you make is going to be brought into what? Judgment. Abraham's lie didn't stay hidden, and neither will yours. The Most High sees it all, family, and he's going to weigh your actions. Abimelech was right to ask Abraham why he did what he did, and you should be asking yourself the same question. Let's dig a little deeper, though, into this idea of fear versus faith. Abraham was walking in fear, but he's a father of faith, right? It's a contradiction, but it's also a lesson for us today. Even the most faithful among us can slip into fear if we are not careful. Abraham's fear led him to lie, and that lie had serious consequences. But what if Abraham had trusted the Most High fully? What if he had walked into Abimelech's kingdom with the confidence that the Most High will protect him and Sarah, no matter what? Some of y'all are living in that what if right now. You're walking in fear, making moves that are out of alignment with the Most High Yah's will. And you are reaping the consequences of that fear. But here's the truth. Faith in the Most High will never, I repeat, never lead you wrong. It's only when you let fear creep in that things start to fall apart. If we go over to Hebrews, the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse number 6, look at this. That's Hebrews 11, verse 6.
But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Faith. Faith is the foundation of our walk with the Most High. Abraham is known for his faith, but in this moment, he let fear drive him. And when you let fear take the wheel, family, you're stepping out of the Most High's protection. You need to ask yourself, are you making decisions based on faith? Or are you letting fear run your life? So now we get to see what Abraham's about to respond. If we go into verses 11 and 12 and 13, 11, 12, and 13.
And Abraham said, because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, this is thy kindness, which thou shalt shew unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, he is my brother.
Now look at Abraham. Starts his explanation. Look at it. Because I thought. There it is, family. The root of the problem. Abraham thought he knew what was going on. He thought the fear of the Most High wasn't in Abimelech's kingdom. He thought he had to lie to protect himself. But here's the thing. Abraham's thoughts were wrong. And that's what happens when we start relying on our own understanding instead of trusting the Most High. Some of you out here making decisions based on what you think is going to happen instead of trusting what the Most High has already promised you. You think you need to compromise. You think you need to bend the rules. You think you need to protect yourself. But the truth of the matter is, when you move based on your own thoughts, you're stepping out of the Most High's will. As I told you earlier, we have to trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto our own understanding. Abraham leaned on his own understanding, and it almost cost him. He assumed Abimelech's people didn't fear the Most High, but he was wrong. And let me tell you, family, when you lean on your own understanding, you're going to end up in a mess just like Abraham did. The Most High is the one who directs our path. Remember that. When you start trying to figure things out on your own, you are bound to stumble. So Abraham's assumption was this: surely the fear of God is not in this place. He looked around and judged Abimelech's people based on what he thought he saw. But here's the thing: Abraham was wrong. The Most High had already come to Abimelech in a dream, showing that he was very much involved in what was going on in that kingdom. How many times have you misjudged a situation or a person because you assumed the Most High wasn't moving in their life? You look at people and think, they don't know the Most High, so I've got to handle this on my own. But the Most High is always working, family, even in places and people you wouldn't expect. He working heathen too, family. He working heathen too. Can't you look at a heathen like, oh, he don't know about the Most High? You don't know. He was working with this Abimelech dude right here. Abraham thought he wasn't, but he found out the hard way. Abraham thought he was walking into a godless land, but the Most High was already there, family, setting things in motion. Because as I told you before, the Most High look at not on the outward appearance, but he looketh on the heart. You don't always know what the Most High is doing behind the scenes, family. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean he's not there. Abraham thought he was walking into a dangerous, godless place, but the Most High was already there, ready to intervene. Don't judge situations based on what you see, family. Trust that the Most High is in control. Finally, Abraham says, they will slay me for my wife's sake. He was afraid of what men would do to him more than he trusted what the Most High could do for him. And that right there is the heart of the issue. Abraham feared man more than he feared the Most High. How many of you are out here living like that? Afraid what people will say, what they will do, how they will react, more than you fear the judgment of the Most High. You're bending your morals, compromising your integrity, and stepping outside the commandments because you're more worried about people than you are about the Most High. Abraham was afraid that Abimelech's men would kill him, but he forgot that the Most High is the one who holds life and death in his hands. How do we know? Matthew 10:28. Look at what Yahushua say about his daddy. Matthew 10:28. Plain and simple, to the point.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
The Most High is the one you should be fearing, black people. People can't do anything to you unless the Most High allows it. That is what you need to be thinking on right here, right now, from this point on. Nobody can do anything to you unless the Most High allows it. So what you scared of? Abraham forgot that, and he let his fear of man override his trust in the Most High. And some of you are doing the same thing, fearing what people will do to you instead of trusting in what the Most High has already promised you. So let's see how Abraham tries to justify his actions even further. Yet indeed, she is my sister. He's trying to justify his life. His lie right here, look at this. Yes, technically Sarah was his half-sister. But let's be real here. That was a half-truth at best. And a half-truth is still what? A whole lie. Abraham was trying to protect himself, so he bent the truth to his advantage. But let me tell you something, Israel. The Most High isn't interested in your technicalities. A lie is a lie, no matter how much we try to justify it. Let that sink into your heads, black people. Let that sink into your heads, black people. Some of y'all out here telling half-truths, thinking you slick. You twist the facts or leave out key details to protect yourself and get ahead. But the Most High see it all, family, and he's not fooled by your word games. Look at these pastors trying to twist the word, twist the scriptures to their own benefit. Most High ain't fooled by it. Abraham thought he could justify his actions by pointing out that Sarah was technically his sister, but that didn't change the fact that he lied to protect himself. What does the Most High say about lying? Proverbs, Solomon again, he's back. Proverbs 12 and 22. Check this out, family. Proverbs 12 and 22.
Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight.
The Most High hates lying lips, period. Whether it's a full-blown lie or half-truth, it's still an abomination to him. Abraham's half-truth here almost brought destruction on Abimelech's kingdom, and your half-truths can bring destruction in your life too. Now look what Abraham say here next. When God calls me to wander from my father's house. Now hold up, Abraham. Are you trying to shift the blame onto the Most High here? Abraham is basically saying, well, the Most High made me leave my home, so I had to come up with a plan to protect myself. He's acting like the Most High didn't already promise to protect him wherever he went. Listen, Israel, some of y'all out here doing the same thing, blaming the Most High for your bad decisions. You're saying, well, the Most High put me in this situation, so I had no choice but to lie. I had no choice but to cheat. I had no choice but to compromise. But that's just an excuse, and you know it. The Most High never puts you in a situation where you have to sin to survive. No, sir. Abraham didn't need to lie about Sarah to protect himself. He needed to just trust the Most High. If we go over to our brother James, look at what James got to say. James 1 and 13. Look at this, family. James 1 and 13.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man.
The Most High doesn't tempt you or lead you into situations where you gotta sin. If you're sinning, that's on you. Abraham tried to shift the blame onto the Most High, but the truth of the matter is he made the choice to lie. And you need to take responsibility for your actions too, Israel. Finally, Abraham says, this is thy kindness, which thou shalt shew unto me. He's telling Sarah to lie for him as a favor, as an act of kindness. Now, this is where it gets real messy. Abraham didn't just lie himself. He involved Sarah in the deception. He expected her to go along with the plan and lie for him at every place they went. And let me tell you something, Israel. It's bad enough to sin, but it's even worse when you drag others into your sin. Some of you out here involving others in your mess. You're asking your child, your spouse, your friends to lie, to cheat, or compromise their integrity just to cover your behind. That's not kindness, family. That's manipulation. Abraham put Sarah in a position where she had to lie to protect him. And that's not the kind of leadership the Most High expects from his chosen people. What is expected? Well, if we go over to Matthew 18 and 6, look what happens when you do this. Look what happens when you manipulate. Matthew 18 and 6, look what Yahushua says.
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
The Most High takes it very seriously when you cause someone else to stumble into sin. Abraham was supposed to be Sarah's protector, but instead he put her in a position where she had to lie to protect him. Some of y'all are doing the same thing, leading others into sin because of your own fear and your insecurity. And the Most High isn't playing games when it comes to that. And we've gone deep into the mind of Abraham here. He's trying to justify his actions, but we see the truth. His fear led him to lie, to involve others into his deception, and to almost bring judgment on an entire kingdom. But there's still more. There's still more to this story, family. If we keep it moving, we're going to read verses 14 and 15. 14 through 16. 14 through 16.
And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servant and woman servants and gave them unto Abraham and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleases thee. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with thee and with all other. Thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his manservants, and they bare children.
Well, I just wanted you to read 14 through 16. But it's all good. It's
all
all
good.
good. Yeah. So verse 14 here. Look at the mercy here. So here's where it gets crazy. After all this, after Abraham lied and almost brought destruction upon Abimelech's entire kingdom, what does Abimelech do? He blesses Abraham. Let that sink in, Israel. Let it sink in. Abimelech didn't have to do this. He could have easily sent Abraham packing, but instead he blesses him with what? Sheep, oxen, and servants. Why? Because the Most High had already intervened and made it clear that Abraham was his chosen man. When the Most High is on your side, family, even when you mess up, he still provides and protects. This is the favor of the Most High in action. Abraham didn't deserve this blessing in the natural sense. He had just lied and endangered Sarah and Abimelech's people. But because the Most High had a covenant with Abraham, that favor still rested on him. And this is a lesson for us, Israel. The Most High's favor on your life can't be erased by your mistakes. Does that mean we should go around sinning and lying like Abraham did? Of course not. But it means that even in our weakest moments, when we fall short, the Most High's grace is still at work. His promises to Israel stand strong regardless of our failures. How do we know? If we go over to Psalm 37, we read 23 and 24. Again, at Psalm 37, 23 and 24.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand.
So even though Abraham, he stumbled in this situation, he did, the Most High still upheld him with his hand. Israel, there are times when you're going to fall, but the Most High will not let you be utterly cast down. His hand is there to what? Lift you up, just like he did with Abraham. That's the power of covenant. And let's not forget, this covenant is with Israel, black people. Not all black people, a certain percentage of them. You got these heathens saying all black people are the same. No, no, no. A subsection of black people. This Israel right here, who the Most High talking about, the ones who going through all these curses around the world, that is who this covenant is with. Not no other nation. Sorry, Christians. I know you tried to let yourself in the back way. No, sir. Door is locked. You're on the outside looking in. Now let's look at this part. And restored him Sarah, his wife. So Abimelech didn't just give Abraham material blessings. He also restored his wife to him. And this is critical, family. Sarah represents promise, covenant, and destiny. She's not just some random woman. She's the vessel through which the promised seed Isaac is going to come. So when Sarah was taken, it wasn't just a personal loss for Abraham. It was a threat to the entire covenant plan. That's how you got to see it, family. But look at the Most High's grace here. Sarah is restored. The promises of the Most High are restored. Everything that was in jeopardy because of Abraham's mistake is put back in place. This is the Most High's plan of restoration for you, Israel. Even when we mess up, even when we lose things because of our own foolishness, like being cast around the four corners of the earth because of our own disobedience of our ancestors and continual disobedience of us today, when we lose these things because of that, the Most High is faithful to restore what's been lost. If we turn our books over to Joel chapter 2, 25 and 26, and I will read that. Joel chapter 2, 25 and 26. And it reads, and I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. These are the other nations. And ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. Family, the Most High is a restorer. Just like he restored Sarah to Abraham, he's going to restore everything that's been taken from us. We've been scattered. Our heritage has been stripped, and we've been living in the lands of our enemies. But restoration, family, it's coming. Best believe it's coming. The Most High is going to restore his people, and we will never be ashamed again. We will never hold our heads down low again, family. Our heads will be eternally high. No more tears. No more sadness, no more oppression, no more discrimination, no more exploitation. Family is all going away forever. That's the promise. And just like he restored Sarah, he gonna restore you and the whole nation. Now let's not overlook the sheep, oxen, men servants, and women servants Abimelech gave to Abraham. These aren't just random gifts, family. They represent increase, wealth, and provision. This is a physical manifestation of the Most High's blessing on Abraham. Now, here's the thing. These blessings came after the situation was resolved. Once Sarah was restored, once the truth came out, the blessings followed. And this is a principle for us today in 2024. Israel, when we get our spiritual life in order, when we align ourselves with the Most High's will, the material blessings will follow. You wanted that house? Here you go. Here's some money to go along with it. But that's after you get your spiritual life in order, family. Not before. After. The Most High is waiting on you to get your life, your spiritual life in order. Then he says, I got you. Now that you squared away, here you go. That's how it works, family. Too many of us are out here chasing after these material things, trying to get our wealth and provision without first handling the spiritual. That's the majority of our people. All they care about is money, money, money. They don't care about their spirit. Their spirit is bankrupt. $0 in the spirit. They put all their money, they put all their eggs in the flesh basket. But look at Abraham's story, family. The blessings came after he got right with the Most High. Sarah was restored first. The promise was restored first. Then the material blessings followed. You have got to get your spiritual priority straight, black people. When you're walking in obedience to the Most High, the blessings are a natural byproduct. Yahushua said it. Matthew 6, if we go over there and read verse 33. This is basically what he's saying right here. Matthew 6 and verse 33.
But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Abraham was in a mess. But once the situation was corrected, once Sarah was restored, all the other blessings followed. And that's what we need to be learning today. If you're out here struggling, feeling like the blessings aren't flowing, you need to check your spiritual life. Are you aligned with the Most High's will? Are you walking in obedience? Because when you seek the kingdom first, everything else will be added to you. Now, we've seen Abimelech's grace and the Most High's restoration, but we're not done yet. So we move to 15. Look at this. This is the wild part right here. Abimelech not only gives Abraham gifts and restores Sarah, but he also tells him, my land is before thee. dwell where it pleaseth thee. In other words, family, Abimelech is saying, you can live anywhere you want in my kingdom. The land is yours to use as you see fit. This is the favor of the Most High in action. Abraham is a stranger in this land, just like you are a stranger in these lands here, family. But because of the Most High's protection and intervention, he's been given free reign to dwell wherever the hell he pleases. This is a foreshadowing of what? Israel's future dominion. That's right, black people, you finna rule the whole earth. Not just this little land here. The whole earth is gonna be yours. Right now, we're scattered among the nations, living as strangers and exiles in lands that don't even belong to us. But the Most High is going to turn the tables. Just like Abimelech gave Abraham free reign in his kingdom, the Most High is going to give Israel dominion over the entire earth. The nations will bow, and we will rule in righteousness under Yahushua HaMashiach. The land is waiting for us, Israel. It's just a matter of time. We all know about Isaiah 14, 1 and 2. About the Lord having mercy on us and choosing us. And these nations are going to be serving us just like we served them. This prophecy, it shows what's coming for us, Israel. Just like Abraham was given favor in a foreign land, we're going to receive dominion in the lands of our enemies. Woo, child, boy, they going to be surprised. The Most High is going to set us in our own land, and we're going to rule over those who once ruled over us. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So Abimelech's offer to Abraham, it represents what? Freedom. He's telling Abraham what? You're not restricted. You can live wherever you want. And this is what the favor of the Most High brings, family, freedom. When you're walking in his favor, you're not bound by the limitations that the world tries to put on you. Abraham was a stranger in the land, but because of the Most High's intervention, he was given the freedom to what? Dwell anywhere he wanted. And this is a message for us today. The world might try to put limits on you. They might try to restrict your movement. They might try to restrict your opportunities through redlining, your freedom. But when you're walking in the favor of the Most High, those restrictions don't follow. They don't apply to you. You are free. You're free to dwell where the Most High pleases. You're free to walk in the fullness of his promises. Let's see what Paul had to say about that freedom. Galatians 5 and 1. Again, that's Galatians 5 and 1. Check it.
Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
The Most High has given us freedom through Yahushua HaMashiach. We're not bound by the limitations of this world. Just like Abraham was given the freedom to dwell wherever he pleased, he has given us the freedom to walk in the fullness of his promises. Don't let the world put you in a box, Israel. You are free in the Most High. So we've seen the favor. We've seen the blessings and the restoration. Now we move to 16, where we see Abimelech addressing Sarah directly. So Abimelech here gives Sarah 1,000 pieces of silver as a form of compensation for the wrong that was done to her. Now let's be clear here now. Abimelech didn't touch Sarah. The Most High intervened before that could happen, remember. But this silver is a symbolic gesture of what? Restoration and honor. Abimelech is saying, I didn't harm you, but here's a gift to show that I respect you and your place in Abraham's life. This is important, family, because it shows that honor and restoration are part of the Most High's plan when we've been wronged. And certainly we have been wronged, family. The world might try to take from you, to dishonor you. But when you're walking in the favor of the Most High, you will be restored with honor. This silver wasn't just about money. It was about restoring Sarah's dignity in the eyes of everyone who saw what happened. How do we know this applies to us? Look at this. Let's go back to Joel chapter 2. And we're going to read 26 and 27 this time. Again, Joel chapter 2, 26 and 27. Look at this.
And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed.
The Most High promises that Israel will never be ashamed. Just like Sarah was restored and honored with silver, we will be restored and honored in the eyes of the nations. We've been dishonored, family. We have been oppressed. We have been mistreated. But the Most High is going to restore our dignity and honor. The world will see that Israel is the Most High's chosen people. So Abimelech says something interesting here. He is to thee a covering of the eyes. This phrase has layers of meaning. On one level, it's about Abraham's role as Sarah's protector. Abimelech is acknowledging that Abraham is the one who should have been protecting Sarah all along. And that's why he's giving him the silver to honor Abraham's role in Sarah's life. But on a deeper level, family, this phrase speaks to what? The covering and protection that comes with walking in covenant with the Most High. Abraham is the physical protector, but ultimately it's the Most High who covers and protects his people. Sarah was in a vulnerable position, but the Most High intervened and covered her. And this is true for all of Israel. The Most High is our covering. He's the one who protects us, who shields us from harm, even when we don't even realize it. Check it out in Psalm 91. If we go to Psalm 91 in verse number 4, check this out.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
The Most High is our covering, Israel. Just like he covered Sarah in this situation, he covers us in every situation. When the world tries to take advantage of us, as they have done, when we're in vulnerable positions, as we are, the Most High steps in and becomes our shield and protector. That's why you still hear black people. They've been trying to kill us for centuries, but we still here. Why? Because the Most High has stepped in and became our shield and protector. Abraham was supposed to protect Sarah, but ultimately it was the Most High who provided the covering. So we've seen the mercy, the restoration, the blessings, the protection of the Most High in action. But the story isn't over yet. There's still more to uncover. So, brother, I want you to read 17 and 18 together this time. Now, Genesis 20.
So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife.
Now, first off, let's not miss the fact that Abraham prayed unto the Most High. And the Most High responded by what? Healing Abimelech in his household. Now, don't get this twisted. This isn't some soft, feel-good intercession for just anybody, family. This is about Abraham stepping into his role as a mediator on behalf of the righteous. Even after he messed up, the Most High still honors the prayers of his chosen people, regardless of their mistakes. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, wait, hold on now, Mr. Preacher Man. Why is Abraham praying for the heathen? Well, let's break it down. Abimelech had been wronged because of Abraham's lie. The Most High struck his household with barrenness as a direct result of that. But here's the kicker, family. Because Abimelech had enough sense to fear the Most High and obey his warning, the Most High showed him mercy. And because of that mercy, Abraham's prayer was instrumental in what? Restoring Abimelech's house. But this ain't about Abimelech. This is about Israel's role in interceding for each other. The Most High has always called Israel to be a people of intercession. When one of us falls, stumbles, or finds ourselves entangled in the mess of this world, we need to be like Abraham and stand in the gap, not just for ourselves, but for each other. The Most High honors those prayers. How do we know? Well, if we go to 1 Samuel and read chapter 12 and verse 23, we will see this. Again, that's 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 23.
Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way.
Samuel, one of the greatest prophets of Israel, understood the importance of what? Intercession. It wasn't just an option, it was a responsibility. Israel, we are called to pray for one another, especially when we see a brother or sister stumbling. Abraham interceded for Abimelech because of the consequences of his own actions. But more importantly, because that's what the Most High expects of his people. So let's talk about this healing. Because of Sarah's situation, the Most High had closed up the wombs of Abimelech's household. No children, no future. The promise of life had been taken away. But when Abraham prayed, the Most High opened those wombs and restored fertility to the house of Abimelech. Now, what's the deeper meaning here? The Most High is showing us that Israel's prayers have power. When we pray, things change. When we intercede, situations turn around. Abraham's prayer brought life back into a household that had been struck with barrenness. And this is a reflection of the power of Israel's intercession. When we stand in the gap, family, healing and restoration come. Not just for ourselves, but for those around us. But let's not get too sentimental here about Abimelech in his household. This is still about Israel's role. The Most High uses Israel, his chosen people, that's you black people, to bring about healing and restoration, not just for our own nation, but for the world. But make no mistake, this doesn't mean the other nations are on the same level as Israel. We're the chosen ones. And our role in praying and interceding doesn't elevate them to our status. It just shows that the Most High works through us to achieve his purposes. So if we go over to James again, James chapter 5 and 16, we see it again. We read it earlier, but now you'll understand what it means now. Again, that's James 5:16.
Confess your faults one to another and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Now that should have meaning to you now. You should understand it. Why? Because this scripture is a perfect example of what just happened with Abraham. The prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Abraham's prayer wasn't just some empty words. It had power. It had healing. It brought restoration. And this is true for all of Israel. When we pray for one another, family, when we stand in the gap, the Most High moves. The world might be against us, but when we pray, things change. And let's zoom in on this part. For the Lord had fast closed up these wounds. This is some serious business right here, Israel. The Most High closed up these wombs of everyone in Abimelech's household because he had taken Sarah, Abraham's wife. Now I want you to catch this. The Most High don't play when it comes to his chosen people. I told you that earlier. You mess with Israel, there are consequences. Abimelech didn't even touch Sarah. But just the act of taking her into his household was enough for the Most High to strike them with infertility. Now, let me be real with you, Israel. The world has been messing with us for centuries, millennia. They've taken our identity, fake Jews, our land, fake Jews, our heritage, fake Jews. And they've tried to strip us of our promises, Christians. But just like with Abimelech, the Most High is going to bring judgment on the nations for what they have done to us. They might think they're getting away with it now, and boy, they are prideful about it. Make America great again. Let's bring back slavery. They are proud and boastful of it. But there's a reckoning coming. As I said before, we are the apple of the Most High's eyes. And anyone who touches us, whether it's physically, spiritually, or economically, is touching the apple of his eye. And just like he closed up the wombs of Abimelech's household for messing with Sarah, he's going to bring judgment on these nations for what they have done to Israel. The Most High doesn't forget. They might think they've gotten away with it, but judgment is coming. Now, let's not skip over the fact that this whole situation happened because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Sarah wasn't just any woman, as I've said before. She was a carrier of the covenant. She was the one through whom the promised seed Isaac would come. So when Abimelech took her, he wasn't just messing with a random woman. Again, he was messing with the Most High's covenant plan. This is why the Most High acted so swiftly. He wasn't just protecting Sarah as an individual. He was protecting his covenant with Abraham. And this is a key lesson for us. We are the covenant people of the Most High. The world might try to mess with us to take what belongs to us, but the Most High is always going to step in and protect his covenant. That's why we don't need to fear the nation, but we got a whole bunch of our people who do. That's why they bending to their will and compromising themselves so they can get their money. We don't have to fear them, family. Why? Because the Most High is on our side. And his covenant with Israel, with us, black people, stands forever. How do we know? Psalm 105. How? 105? Psalm 105, 8 through 10. It's going to tell you it's forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready, brother. Think you're muted.
He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
Everlasting. The Most High's covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is everlasting. It doesn't matter what the world tries to do to us. The covenant stands. And just like the Most High protected Sarah because of the covenant, he's going to protect you, Israel. The nations can try all they want to steal our promise, but the Most High will always intervene to protect his covenant people. So let's bring this all together, family. What have we learned from this chapter? Number one, the power of intercession. Abraham's prayer brought healing and restoration, not just to himself, but to those around him. And this is a reminder that our prayers have power. When we stand in the gap, the Most High moves. Number two, divine restoration. The Most High restored Abimelech's household after Abraham's prayer, showing that healing and restoration flow through the intercession of the righteous. And this is true for Israel today. Restoration is coming, family. That's the promise. Number three, judgment for messing with Israel. Abimelech's household was struck with barrenness because he took Sarah. And this is a warning to you nations. You mess with Israel, there are consequences. The Most High don't play when it comes to his people. And lastly, number four, the everlasting covenant. The Most High's actions in this chapter were all about protecting his covenant with Abraham. And that covenant still stands today. Israel is a chosen nation. That's you, black people. And whatever country you in, that's you. And the Most High will always act to protect, restore, and bless you. If we go to Isaiah 54:17, this will be our last scripture. Isaiah 54:17, look at what the Most High says about us.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
This is our heritage, Israel. No weapon formed against us will prosper. Just like the Most High protected Abraham and Sarah, he's going to protect us. Just like he restored Abimelech's household, he's going to restore us. The covenant stands, and nothing the world does can change that. So take heart, family. The Most High is faithful, and his promises never fail. Restoration is coming. Dominion is coming. And when it's all said and done, we will reign with Yahushua HaMashiach as the rightful rulers of this earth. Stay strong, family. Stay faithful and keep your eyes on the promises of the Most High Yah. And with that, I end my lesson. Shalom, Israel. All praises and great glory to the Most High for allowing me to impart this wisdom upon your ears today. I thank you guys for coming again today to listen to the word. All praises to you. Yah willing, we'll be here next week, and we will go over Genesis chapter 21. With that being said, shalom, family.